Let's go Falcons! Picture this. You're sitting on your couch, flipping through the newly released NFL schedule, leisurely flipping through matchups, when suddenly something catches your eye like a freight train. The Atlanta Falcons have 6 individual games this season? Yep, 6 moments where the national spotlight shines uniquely and unequivocally on the Dirty Birds. For a team fresh off an 8-9 season, this isn't just a scheduling quirk, it's a statement. This isn't just another season, it's a shift in perception. The NFL, for all its precision and broadcast strategies, has bet big on the Falcons. And let me tell you, it's not just about wins and losses, it's about belief. The league doesn't hand out prime time like candy on Halloween. They reserve it for what they believe will make a difference. And in 2025, that needle points squarely to Atlanta. Why this year? Why this team? Let's see this and much more, so make sure to click that like button and comment below. What rating from 0 to 10 would you give Raheem Morris? I want to hear your opinion. Let's start with the headline you won't hear on the NFL Network crawl. Michael Penix Jr., the former Washington Husky, is more than a first-round draft pick. In the eyes of the league, he's a potential storyline magnet. Penix to Drake London. Penix to Darnell Mooney. Penix to Bijan Robinson. It's not just football, it's entertainment. And the NFL is banking that the connection between this rookie quarterback and a young, explosive offense will have fans glued to their screens. And they're not alone. Adam sure nailed it on his podcast. The National Football League is saying bring on Michael Penix and what he could do. Then Mark Ross from NFL Network threw even more gasoline on the fire, speculating whether this is a calculated move by the league, anticipating that Penix could emerge as a legit MVP candidate. Not next year. This year. Right out of the gate. But it's not just about Penix. This is also about the NFL recognizing that Atlanta, yes, our Atlanta, is a sleeping giant. A market that's long been overlooked in the primetime equation. Last year, 5 standalone games was already a sign that something was brewing. That number had already eclipsed what we saw combined in 2021, 2022, and 2023. But now, 6? It's unprecedented for a team with a losing record the previous year. Let's put it in perspective. Since 2021, there have been 9 cases where teams with losing records were rewarded with 4 or more primetime games the following season. 8 of those teams ended up with losing records again. Not great odds, right? But here's the twist. Atlanta's not just another case study. They might just be the exception. Take the 2024 schedule and it screams opportunity. Not only are the matchups manageable, but the league is clearly betting on narrative. This isn't about where the Falcons were, it's about where they might go. It's the NFL saying, hey, we believe something is happening here, and we want to be the first to tell the world. There are only 4 teams this year with 5 primetime games that had losing records last season: Dallas, Miami, San Francisco, and Atlanta. Now, Dallas? They're always in. It's the Cowboys. San Francisco had a weird year, but we know they're elite. Miami has a playoff pedigree and a healthy Tua Tagovailoa. But Atlanta? That's where this turns from logical to intriguing. That's where we come in. And let's be honest, there's a risk here. The league has gambled on underwhelming teams before, and fans have suffered through it. Remember the Broncos' Russell Wilson experiment? The Bears' debacle? The Jets' hype train? National TV audiences were stuck watching underperforming teams that failed to live up to their billing. But maybe, just maybe, Atlanta is built different. Maybe the real story here isn't the past. It's the potential. A young, re-energized team. A city ready to be electrified. A quarterback with a cannon and something to prove. And 6 nights where everyone will be watching. Now I want to know what you think, Falcons fans. Is this finally the moment Atlanta rises under the national spotlight? Or is the NFL making another risky gamble? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. So here's the deal, Atlanta's been handed the torch. Not a symbolic one. A real, flaming spotlight on a national scale. The kind of torch that's burned other teams who weren't ready. The Bears couldn't handle it. The Broncos collapsed under it. The Jets? Let's not even talk about the last 2 seasons. Now it's Atlanta's turn on the stage. But unlike those teams, the Falcons don't just have a shiny new quarterback, they have infrastructure. A front office that's rebuilt the roster with intention. A head coach who understands the tempo of today's league. A defense that, while still young, is loaded with upside. And let's not forget the weapons: Drake London, Darnell Mooney, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson. These aren't just names, they're potential game changers. And that's the NFL's angle. They aren't just giving Atlanta a shot, they're giving the Falcons a platform to become something more. To be relevant. To be respected. To be a team that fans outside of Georgia want to watch, not because they have to, but because they can't help it. Now, yes, there's pressure. When you get 6 standalone games, you're expected to deliver. Every misstep will be magnified. Every blown lead will be a headline. But that spotlight? It's also a stage. And if Penix delivers, if this offense finds rhythm, if this city rallies, Atlanta could flip the script and change the way the entire NFL views this franchise. That's what makes this moment so thrilling and so fragile. Because this isn't just about 2025. This is about trajectory, momentum, identity. If the Falcons meet the moment, it's not just a fun season, it's the start of an era. But here's the kicker: history is not on our side. Out of 9 teams with losing records who were gifted primetime games over the last few years, 8 of them stumbled again. That means the Falcons aren't just playing football this year, they're playing against narrative, against expectation, against the ghosts of primetime disappointments. And yet, maybe that's exactly why this feels different. This team isn't dragging baggage. They're carrying belief. From the league. From the locker room. And now, from us. The torch is in Atlanta. The question now is, will it light the way, or burn the chance? You've heard the story, now I want your opinion. Is the NFL making the right decision by putting Atlanta in the spotlight? Could Penix be the one to change the national perception of the Falcons? Click like if you're ready for the world to see what this team is made of. Click subscribe to stay in the loop all season long, and leave a comment, because this isn't just news, it's a conversation. Let's build this community, let's make some noise, and let's ride this wave together. Go Falcons!